Hello everyone, and welcome to the Missouri School Boards Association's Board Report for the month of February. We thank you for the opportunity to share some news and information during a few minutes of your board meeting. We begin with a look at Governor Jay Nixon's proposals for public education in our state. During his State of the State address on January 28th, Governor Nixon proposed a $100 million increase in state funding for our schools, including a $66 million increase for the foundation formula. He also proposed a $17 million increase in funding for early childhood education programs during that speech in the House chamber.
And we know the early years of a child's life are especially critical. Over the past few weeks, I've visited preschool classrooms in Greenville, Nixa, Parkway, and St. Joseph. Local communities committed to giving their kids a strong foundation for lifelong learning. And the first official business of my second term was to meet with leaders in preschool education. We discussed ways to ensure that every young child comes to school ready to learn and ready to succeed. The clear consensus: early childhood education is a smart investment with a big return. We want every child in every Missouri community, no matter their family's circumstances, to get the best possible start.
MSBA has been a strong advocate of increased investments in early childhood education for a number of years. The governor also is proposing lengthening the school year by 6 days, expanding the A+ program to more high schools in the state, and the creation of a low-interest loan fund dedicated to K-12 school construction and maintenance. That fund would be part of a state bond issue for construction projects. Missouri is one of the few states that does not provide some type of state support for school construction. It remains to be seen if the General Assembly will approve the governor's recommendations. We'll be keeping you posted on legislative developments through our Legislative Voice electronic newsletter, our weekly Capitol Watch video program, and through daily updates posted on the MSBA website. Please take advantage of the School Board Advocacy Network visits to Jefferson City for your area of the state. A schedule of those visits is posted on the MSBA website. They're a great opportunity to meet with your local legislators at the Capitol. The State Board of Education has given approval to updated resource and process standards that provide guidance to local school districts in a number of areas, from curriculum and class size to college and career planning. The State Board gave preliminary approval to the standards in September 2012, followed by a 30-day public comment period. The department received comments during that time and made changes to the standards based on public input. A number of the comments requested the reinstatement of a requirement for all high schools to offer a specific number of courses and specific types of courses. Other comments, such as those provided by MSBA, supported the department's recommendation to provide school districts with local control over high school courses. MSBA President Jerry Lee and Executive Director Dr. Carter Ward sent a letter to DESE saying, "We urge DESE to continue to allow local boards of education to exercise the greatest possible local control over resources and processes as we work together to improve student performance throughout the state." While the resource and process standards are part of the Missouri School Improvement Program, the state's school accountability system, they do not determine a school's accreditation, which will be based on performance. The standards are provided to assist schools as they determine how to effectively invest their resources to improve student performance. Students with disabilities must be given an equal chance to participate in school athletic programs. That's according to guidance recently issued by the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Civil Rights. The guidance says schools can make reasonable modifications to ensure equal access, something school districts should already be doing. MSBA's Associate Executive Director for Board Services, Kelly Hopkins, says the announcement doesn't change existing law, but may indicate more aggressive enforcement by the Office of Civil Rights.
I think districts should see this guidance as just a reminder of what they should already be doing and probably are doing. They're allowing students with disabilities access to all programs and activities in the district, and they're making reasonable modifications when necessary for those students to participate. I think what school districts are going to read in this guidance that might cause them a little bit of alarm is where the Office of Civil Rights suggests that schools start thinking about separate activities for students with disabilities when we can't come up with modifications to allow them to participate in our regular activities. The example often used is wheelchair basketball. And I don't want school districts to read this guidance as saying schools have to set up wheelchair basketball. What they have to do is they have to accommodate students with disabilities.
Hopkins adds school districts should take time to review policies and practices to ensure they're in compliance with the new guidance. The MSBA Board of Directors approved some significant changes in the association's governance structure at its January retreat and board meeting in Columbia. Under the plan, the size of the Board of Directors would be reduced from its current 43 members to 25 members. In addition, regional action committees and regional executive committees would be created in each of MSBA's 17 regions, designed to increase networking opportunities and encouraging grassroots advocacy. The proposed changes will be considered by the MSBA Delegate Assembly at its June meeting. More details about the proposal are included in this month's issue of the Board Bulletin newsletter. That's it for this month's edition of the MSBA Board Report. Thanks for allowing us to have some time at your board meeting, and so long from Columbia.